Alright guys, welcome to a practice not solo cast, duo cast with myself, Beziel, and Kenigmatic. We are going to be casting Sitting on the Couch versus Team Ops, and this will be interesting. We've been waiting around for about 25 minutes for this match to pop, so let's take a look at the split here. Ken, anything unusual?
No, they're doing sort of a mirror at the moment. Looks like three of blue team are going to be going for Chieftain. Actually, none of them are going for Chieftain. All four of blue team going mid.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
Let's take a look at Barrack real quick. He is the Guardian for Team Ops, and he's going to be able to actually push them off the point. It's going to be 4 versus 2. So this is going to give the Team Ops a little bit extra pressure on the keep there. But we are seeing the Necromancer and the Engineer come up from the rear for Team Sitting on the Couch, as well as the Elementals coming up from the stairs to the right there. Guardian taking a ton of damage there. The Necromancer is dropping a ton of well in condition back onto the point there. It is actually still neutral at the moment. The blue team, Team Ops, does have 1 point captured at the moment here, but there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. We do see the supply drop. Both of them were actually dropped by both the engineers here, so that's 2 supply drops for Sitting on the Couch at the moment here. Guardian is very, very low. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to survive here. A lot of damage coming into him, but he is able to really just kind of keep alive. I'm not sure how he's able to do that. Unfortunately, just as I said that, he does go down there. His teammates are going to try and res him. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get the res there. No, unfortunately. No, actually, he's almost about to get the res there. Healing Circuit is going to drop here. He does rally, so he's going to be able to take the point a little bit more into the contested side there, and really no one's really winning this point, Ken. no one is winning this point. It is still neutral, but Team Ops has a point, and they are ticking away at the score advantage right now.
Yeah, blue actually neutralized mine from the red team, and it sort of goes to show that these huge team fights, it's a winner take all. It's really risky. So unless you're fully confident in your team, you shouldn't do them.
Yep.
But I believe that blue team had full confidence that they would be able to win that team fight, but obviously they did not.
Unfortunately, yeah, they were not able to win it, and looks like Sitting on the Couch did take it from them. Now they do have 1 point themselves. Both the side points are being contested right now. We're going to take a look at the mine, and it looks like Soundbite was trying to defend this mine area here, but unfortunately he does go down there. He is going to get stomped, and that is going to be 2 points capped for Sitting on the Couch right now, and it looks like Team Ops is going to have a little bit of a hard time getting back into this game there, Ken. What can they do to improve their chances?
Blue team's just going to have to outmaneuver red. They're able to sort of take keep, but not really focus on it. They'll do a lot better, and they also should really focus on their NPCs at the moment. Red team just took theirs, or is starting to take Spawnier, and it'll prove really beneficial for blue team if they're able to get cheaped in.
Definitely, definitely. Actually, taking a look over at Keep here, we are seeing 3 members from Team Ops come down and try and take this point away, but unfortunately, Team Sitting on the Couch is going to come up from behind to the left side there, and the Necromancer is also going to come up from the left side as well and try and put down some points there, but unfortunately, they are going to be able to take it from Team Sitting on the Couch, and that is going to be a 2-for-1 cap there for Team Ops, and they are down by about 20 points, and they need this extra boost to really try and stay ahead now.
Yeah, blue team should really focus on getting chieftain. It's not necessarily a thing that is going to be a winner-take-all kind of thing, but it'll definitely make sure the red team isn't able to get those free points.
Definitely. No, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Actually, taking a look at the henge here, we are seeing a small battle versus Nothing and SOAC Demis. I believe that's how you say the name there. I apologize if I'm butchering that.
So it's SOAC Demise.
SOAC Demise. Thank you very much. And unfortunately, he bursted down Nothing as it was nothing. A pun very, very much intended there. But unfortunately, he does rally himself, and I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be able to continue to keep up this damage onto the Engineer like he was, because his burst was down. His combos were used to burst him down, and good thing for Nothing, though, he is able to push him off the point. He is going to try and deal some extra damage now. He's actually switched back into his water attunement, and he's switching back into the fire now as well, dealing a lot of damage to Nothing, but Nothing dropping down that supply, and just a lot of really kind of heals coming out from the Demise as well. Again, being pushed back, so nice job there by Nothing once again.
Yeah, mid-team, the keep is sort of still under contention. The issue that Red is running into is that they're a really condition-heavy oriented build for their team. So there's no boon stripping, so when they're applying their conditions, blue team is somewhat able to ignore them because they're not so much of an issue. If they were able to sort of strip those boons on top of it, they'd be doing a lot better. I think the Necromancer, yeah, the Necromancer's, no, actually, yeah, he's running Epidemic. So he's able to strip a little bit, but not to the effect that they really need.
No, I would definitely agree with that. And we are seeing Soundbite come into this doorway here, going into the mine. He actually gets hit up by the electrical field placed by the Elementalist here. And we are seeing the other engineer, I'm going to call him Den or Dendy. I'm not entirely sure how to say that name all at one breath. So, Ken, if you could help me out, that would be great.
Which one? Oh,
the
Ginger Flax.
Okay, I'm going to call him Den because that's about all I can handle with that name there.
Ginger Flax. Yeah.
Oh boy, so, some of these names are very, very creative, but very hard to say. So, let's actually take a look at Ayak, and he's actually being able to push nothing off the henge there, and his buddy is actually going to be able to cap the henge for him. But we are seeing the thief, which is Steb, going to be able to help his teammates out there, but unfortunately he does get some backup from another one of his, the red player teammate there. Den is going to come up, and they really want this hedge, Ken. I think this is going to be something that they need to try and capture, but unfortunately Team Ops is going to be able to push them off the point once again and do a lot of good focus fire, and it looks like Skyrix is going to be pushed off once again as well. He is the Mesmer. He did just try and cast Moa, but unfortunately he did not get the target in time, and it went on cooldown, so that's going to be an ultimate from the Mesmer, actually completely useless at the moment now, taking a ton of damage from this Elementalist here, and as well as the Engineer from Sitting on the Couch. Sitting on the Couch Engineer does go down, unfortunately. Actually, we have 3 members down here, and we do see the Elixir S being used just in time to try and stomp, and Soundbite is trying to res up Skyrix right now, but unfortunately not being able to do that. Ayak is really trying to get rallied there. He does get rallied there, and very, very nice job there by Ayak and his teammate, and he does have his heal available, but he's going to have to dodge roll out of that, and unfortunately he does go down to nothing once again, just before nothing does go down himself, and just a lot of stuff going around in the henge there. Let's actually take a look at the keep just for breaking the action just for a moment there. Nothing going back there. The henge once again really just kind of that focal point, but it looks like the blue team, Team Ops, unfortunately does get pushed back, and it looks like Sitting on the Couch now does have the henge.
Did you see that?
Yep. The only issue I found with that is that Step focused way too much on helping his team out at the henge. The henge, what blue team should have done was just sort of focused down on henge, if only for the fact of to keep them there, so that way Step can take out that Elementalist on mine one-on-one if he's able to.
Yeah.
Steb has that mobility. He's able to move around in such a way that nobody else can at the moment. So he would have benefited his team a lot more had he just ran to the mine real quick to put that under contention.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Taking a look at the mine here, we are seeing a ready-made kind of in a lot of trouble here. He really is doing a very, very good job at defending off 3 members of Team Ops right now, but unfortunately he does go down, and I don't think he's going to be able to get rallied here. There is a lot of members of Team Ops there. Actually, he does get rallied. I spoke too soon. No, I'm sorry, that was missed form there. My apologies. And he does have a sliver of health left, and that is going to be going down here. Unfortunately, Demise is going to go down here as well, but they don't cap the mine. I'm a little confused at this there, Ken.
Yeah, I think it was just a really quick logistical issue. Scripts is actually sitting there to neutralize or possibly even cap it. That's definitely what they need at the moment, and then they sort of need to really bunker down and make sure that they hold at least these 2 points.
Definitely. I would 100% agree with that statement right there. And we are seeing the Necromancer from Sitting on the Couch come in here with his Plague ability, dealing a ton of conditions to this Guardian. Now, he does not have Smite conditions right now. He is a Shout Guardian, so the Shouts will be able to remove the conditions, but as far as damage-wise, he's not going to be able to take them off and deal damage at the same time. He is able to push him back and take the keep once again. It looks like we're going to have another engagement here at mine here. We're going to look at the point of view from Ready Made real quick. He is a, I believe, staff. Yes, he is a staff elementalist. Just had to double check there. And that's going to allow him to really do some heavy support there for his team. And it looks like he did try and stomp out one of the members of Team Ops, and not going to be able to do that. And unfortunately, his healing is completely down right now, but he does do a really good job at keeping his team alive, and the mine is going to go now towards Sitting on the Couch. But keep in mind, Ken, that we do have a 2-point cap for Team Ops.
Yeah, that's really the biggest thing. Each team is really focusing on doing these huge team battles, and really with this kind of map, it's so big, but not quite that big, that they really shouldn't be focusing on these team fights. They should instead be focusing around rotating
Mhm.
and keeping particular points. If anything, they might have even chosen to move around Barrack to another point that they knew that the SOAC team was about to go after next to sort of hold them off a little bit. So there's a lot of different things that could have been done. Whether or not they would have worked, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's very kind of questionable to see what might work here, but a huge engagement here at the henge here. I apologize for that camera angle, not not what I wanted to go into here. Let's actually take a look at from what Soundbite is doing now. He's throwing a ton of grenades, and he is going to drop a couple health packs for his team now, and dealing a lot of area of effect damage to both Demise and Iac, as well as Desu, I believe that is how you say the name correctly. And unfortunately, he does get knocked back there, and we are seeing two members of Team Ops, now three members, now two. Unfortunately, Skyrix did just go down, and Soundbite very, very low here. He does not have his elixir of are ready and waiting here, but he does get rallied. He does have that supply drop ready. He can drop it if he needs to. He is going to cast it. Supply drop does go down, and that is going to be the final game finisher for this matchup, and that is going to be the winning team of Team Ops. Very, very nice job. Ken, what kind of analysis can you give us?
It was really Zerg heavy. I would have liked to see a little bit more rotating, like I said prior. It seemed like they sort of tunnel vision towards one point or another, and I think that is what made the game more difficult than it had to be.
Okay.
If that was the case, if they'd done something differently, I'm pretty sure that the Thief would have been able to move around the other team a lot more efficiently, except I believe one of the double daggers had Ride the Lightning as well or something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
So his mobility would have been just as high, I think, if not a little bit lower.
Okay.
And so it seems like these roamers were committing way too much to team fights, and that's not generally what a roamer does, if I'm to be understood right.
Okay. Yeah,
So.
I mean I think the player that really kind of showed the most usefulness, if you were, is was the Guardian, just kind of really able to keep the keep, you know, as they say in that map. He did a very good job at just really kind of holding his ground and making sure that nothing was able to really get past him once they had that keep. Because if we look back, once they actually grabbed it, the keep didn't really change all that much once Barrack was actually on the keep. So.
Right, but I think that it had Barrack moved around a little bit more, he could have actually funneled the other team to go to particular spots where they would be able to understand that they would have had the team advantage, like the high ground or something like that. Had he cut them off at mine, they would have immediately gone for the keep, and then they would have been able to sort of cut around the back and then take the high ground, and they would have been able to focus down the team a lot more readily. That was blue. Red team was a little bit more ranged focused, so it wouldn't have been too much of an issue, as well as conditions, so they would have been able to put pressure from the low ground just as easily. But I think that kind of move would have been really interesting to see. I would have liked to see something like that, even if it were impractical at the moment with the meta. I think it would be really cool to see a team have that much foresight and that much coordination to put the other team against the ropes unknowingly.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would definitely agree with that. Very, very good point, actually. The way that funneling kind of plays a key role, especially in certain maps, I think is something that we will definitely start seeing teams do a lot more once they figure out how to kind of use and abuse the terrain a little bit more to their advantage.
But that only sort of, and I should point out that sort of relies on the other team not knowing what's going on. Once people realize that kind of aspect it exists in the game where they can be funneled, they're going to be looking for that a lot more. It's sort of like a person that gets the Scholar's Mate against their friend in like the first few turns in chess, where it's an instant checkmate. A person will be looking for that eventually.
Right.
So it's one of those things that if you see it done, it's going to be done somewhat infrequently, but when it is done, it's going to look very masterful. If it ever gets to that point. I'm not entirely sure if the meta's there yet. I don't believe it is. So.
All right, guys. Well, that was a dual cast by myself and Kenigmatic. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.